Hey, Aries, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your April 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Aries, welcome. We are pulling here from pre-shuffled decks. Now, typically in the past, I have done these readings where they're already laid out prior, but a lot of people don't like that, so I am pulling from pre-shuffled cards here. Now, right away, you have messages showing up. So there could be some sort of incoming news for you. A lot of you, this is around a delayed beginning. Okay, you have the Fool card, but I feel like it's been a long time coming. But because we are in the middle of Aries season come April, and this is a new time for you, especially for you sun sign Aries out there, I feel like you may be leaving a very challenging or difficult period of your life behind, and you're heading towards more joy, more sunshine. So this is a really great time for you to take maybe calculated risks, or for you to take a leap of faith here. I am getting, for some of you as well, there could be something with learning lessons, education. This can be maybe even books, self-help, study. Whoa, that one shot out. So this is a really blessed time for you. So some of you may even be 51. You may be born on the 6th. You may be in a 6th personal year or 6th life path. So let's dive into your reading, Aries. Okay, thank you. I'm getting the name here, Tabitha or Tabby could be a name, someone that you work with. It could be a loved one who's crossed over, or maybe it's a location. But right away here, you have messages coming in. There is some sort of incoming news. I feel like for a lot of you, you've been waiting for it because you have the 7 of Pentacles. This could also be news, Aries, that you are delivering to someone else. You may be saying, hey, I don't know if that's working out for me any longer. I may not want to invest my time and my energy into maybe that job or that relationship, or, I feel like I've completed a healing lesson. You may be graduating in a sense. That's kind of what I pick up on here for you, Aries. So this incoming news, whether it is something that you are putting out there, very important communication, it needs to be said, or the timing is ripe for you to put this out in the open. We're going through Mercury retrograde at that time, right? We'll be going through, and I put these out a little early for you, but this is a really significant time for eclipse season and for us to really reevaluate and replenish our souls, ourselves. So I feel like this message, this incoming communication or outgoing, this is some sort of announcement that's going to lead to your joy, your milk and honey. Basically, that's the card we pulled here from the wisdom of the oracle. So there's some sort of sweet results I feel is stemming from this. Now, for some of you, if this possibly is a relationship, this could be a conversation that may be difficult for you to have, right? Because you have the shadow work coming in. This could be possibly disappointing someone else for your own happiness. And it's not coming from a place of arrogance here. It's not coming of ill will or wishing someone bad. That's not what I see here. But I feel like you have to stand up for you, Aries. And there could be something that you tell someone. So for example, let's say you're putting the house on the market and you're dealing with a real estate agent and they just haven't been doing the best that they could possibly do. You may have to have a difficult conversation and say, thank you for your time, but this is where our relationship ends. I need to look elsewhere. So, that is just maybe a minor example, but for some of you, this is having a tough conversation with a family member, with a loved one, with a boss. And I feel like it's actually going to lead you to something more favorable and bring in more blessings. Okay. But there's going to be some work that needs to be put into this as well. A lot of you have been doing the shadow work, right? And this could be about things coming to the surface, hence eclipse season. This can be a really great time for new beginnings. You have the Fool showing up here. So I do see that a lot of you, I mean, a lot of you, you're healers. You've been on this healing journey, which we all have in a way, but some of you, this healing is very, very deep. Post-traumatic stress. This could be, you know, some of you near-death experiences. Some of you had almost lost your life. There could have been, you know, cancer rehab, or, you know, addictions, or really suffered from some sort of trauma or narcissistic abuse. Whatever this may be for you, I feel like you've gone through it in a big way, and you are, I feel, being rewarded here for your hard work, but that may mean course correcting. That may be taking a look at something and saying, okay, I've put in all of the energy that I can into this one area. I'm ready to graduate or advance. And that's what I'm picking up on here, because you have the education card. This is subconscious, or it's something you're working on below the scenes or below the surface, but you also have adventure coming in. So some of you could be on the heels of travel, or maybe you just came back from travel. You could be thinking about relocating, moving. Maybe there's something here with travel agency, Airbnb, real estate that could be coming in here. But I get this is exciting times ahead for you. Aries, the sky's the limit. Literally, he has his arms to the sky and he's saying, take me, right? Kind of like Calgon, take me away. And I feel like there's some new opportunities coming in here for you. A new spiritual quest. This could be a new job, a new relationship, new levels of health coming in for you. This can be excursions, kind of going off the beaten path and doing things that maybe you never thought you would do. It's almost like I feel you're surprising yourself in some way, shape, or form. Maybe you're 50 years old, you're going skydiving, right? Maybe you are deciding to move to Sicily and you've been living in a certain area your entire life and it's not Sicily, right? So I just feel like a lot of you are being quite spontaneous because you're trusting your intuition, and that could be part of the messages. This could be messages or communication from spirit as well, because you see the message in the bottle, message in a bottle energy. Now, because you have education at the bottom of the deck, this could quite literally be education. Some of you may be taking an online class, some sort of learning. Maybe you are the one that's teaching or creating seminars, workshops, or education. This can be about, I'm also getting memoir or writing about life, writing about stories. You could be writing a book. Some of you have a book inside of you that wishes to express itself. Now, we also have wanderlust. I mean, you can't make that up. This could be maybe a book on your travels. This could be starting a travel vlog. This could be some of you are traveling to go someplace to possibly write or to experience more of what the soul truly wants to experience. And then lastly here we have the memories at the bottom. So blowing out your birthday candles, even if your birthday was in March, Aries, I do feel like you've looked back or you're looking back on some significant memories, but this is a new era for you, a new paradigm shift where you're creating new memories. And that could be part of the book as well. Maybe some of you literally are looking through an old photo album, or you could be creating scrapbooks or memories, or perhaps you're putting something on the internet. You could be printing off some photos or creating some sort of photo collage. I'm picking that up as well. But this is really beautiful because this is, and I think we literally just said memoir even before seeing that, and look at it says memoir there. So your gypsy soul is really talking to you at this time, and there's a lot of new experiences coming in for you. So diving into the tarot, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Sevens are about wisdom, insight, and reflection. And the Seven of Pentacles is the pentacle realm of taking a look at something we've invested in the material world, right? Invested in our job, invested in a relationship, something that takes a long time. It's not like the wands or the swords that's quick or instantaneous. This is something that we've put blood, sweat, and tears into. And I feel for some of you, it's like you are turning away from the cold. I mean, some of you quite literally are getting out of a cold atmosphere or environment, because you can see that there's snow in the background here, and you're heading towards more sun, which spoiler alert, the sun is your outcome here. So I definitely feel like the time is ripe for you to embrace happiness, or the time is right for a new beginning that's going to lead to more abundance or more happiness, more positive health. There's some sort of turnaround that you've been stuck in for a little bit. There's been some sort of a restraint holding you back for whatever reason. We can look into what that may be, but I'm just getting with the timing card. You've had to be patient, and now you're going to see the fruits of your harvest paying out, but it may require you going in a new direction here, Aries. And for some of you, it's a move, for quite literally a move. For others of you, you're moving in a new direction in career or in a relationship. Now, we also have the Fool card showing up here. This is that phoenix rising from the ashes. The Fool energy is powerful around, spiritual self, the soul self. This reminds me of the Nike slogan, just do it, right? Just do it. So now is the time to just do it, to be spontaneous, to embrace some sort of adventure, which is your themed card here. So I feel like this is quite exciting, even though there's a little bit of fear. Fear is normal, right? That excitement wrapped in fear means that it really means something to you, right? If there was an absence of fear, maybe it wouldn't mean as much, but you're not holding yourself back because of fear, right? You're not letting that fear restrain you, because I feel like you were at a crossroads here with the Two of Swords, and now you're getting honest with yourself about this new beginning, because both of these showed up in reverse. And I read intuitively, but I read the energies of both polarities, the reverse and the upright. And I feel for some of you, there has been a delay when it comes to a new beginning, right? Some of you were fearful of, landing on your face, maybe fearful of, taking a leap of faith just to kind of crash and burn, but you've already kind of crashed and burned in a way. I see that with the shadow, right? You've already been down that rabbit hole. So the fear is almost part of what at times has held you back, because you said, I've already done that. I don't want to do it again. Therefore, I may hold myself back. No more holding back here. The Two of Swords in reverse says you're no longer ignoring a decision. This is about getting honest with yourself and making maybe even a head over heart decision. Or this can be, this could be trusting your heart as well. I might have to clarify. No, I don't need to clarify. I just feel like this is about you making decisions that, instead of being so focused on maybe facts or reality, you're being guided here to blend your intuition, to blend what you've learned, but also to blend your emotions, right? Instead of letting all of one of those things kind of come through, especially when it's logic versus emotion, because this is head and heart. Instead of letting one of them make a decision for you, I feel like you're trying to find that balance and say, well, what's the best for me that's going to leave me in the happiest mind frame or the happiest, energy. But not only that, what's best, what's for my highest good. Okay, that's what I see this Two of Swords is all about for you. Now, you do have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups can be about separating from an energy. This is always my eat, pray, love card here, Aries. So some of you had a difficult time separating from this timing because you've put so much energy into it. Maybe a job, maybe a relationship, maybe some of you it's health, right? Getting back on track because maybe you've ate like crap for the past 5 years and now it's catching up with you. Or maybe there's been some sort of manifestation of dis-ease in your life, in your health, in a relationship, right? And I feel like now is the time to really take flight. And if you've been lying to yourself about a situation, eclipse season is bringing it all out, laying it all out on the table and saying, what is it that's really holding you back? Right? What is the restrictions? What are the restraints? It's time to take those swords and cut through them. Because it almost looks like these two creatures, I don't even know what they are, people, it almost looks like they're mummified here, right? So it's like they've been blinded. They've been trapped in a way where they're not able to move forward with this Eight of Cups. This is time for a new path. And some of you in the past, it's almost like you were ignoring the call because maybe logically or emotionally you were overwhelmed and you made some decisions based on based on maybe some fears or commitments to what you thought you had to commit to, right? Maybe I have to commit to this healing, or I have to commit to this job or this relationship, or I've already put in so much time and energy. It's going to grow. It's going to grow. But I feel like there's just a shift here happening for you where, yeah, it's going to grow, but it requires you to step outside your comfort zone and move in a new direction so you can fully have your Nine of Cups. So it does require you separating from perhaps what the ego says is the outcome versus what spirit says this is the outcome. I hope that makes sense here, because your final outcome is the Sun card. And some of you, there is a fear here of getting sucker punched. There's a fear of, well, if I am vulnerable, because the Fool is the most vulnerable energy that there is, right? I feel like there is a shift coming in here where Spirit is saying, stop waiting for the worst case scenario. Stop waiting for that rug to get pulled out, or don't hold yourself in restraints or in this mummified energy. Don't look back because you're constantly worried about what's coming after you, or the negative or the challenging, right? We want to embrace the sun at its fullest. We want to be happy. And even though I feel like we're constantly in a way chasing that happiness, it's part of the ups and downs is to go through some of these shadows. And you know this, Aries, you know what I'm telling you here. So in order for there to be light, right, we're going to find some shadows. In order for there to be shadows, there's got to be some light. So there's that polarity happening here. And I feel like for some of you, wherever you've been, you're finding the balance here. And that's a big part of Aries and Libra being the opposite of you, Aries. And with Aries being in North Node, Libra in South until January of 2025, that's a big part of your energy until then. Even though this is an April 2024 reading, you are meant to head towards more happiness and more abundance. But because some of you haven't felt that for quite some time, it almost feels foreign, or it may feel like, do I really deserve this? Can this really happen? I've been single for so long. Can I really have this new relationship? Or I've been doing this career for 15 years. Can I really go off and build my own business? So I feel like there is a little bit of lack of belief, or a little bit of, at times, even self-sabotage, where you restrict or you hold back. But you're a warrior, you're a fighter, and you're a gypsy soul, Aries. Now is definitely not the time to hold back. Now, for some of you, there's been a job loss. Some of you have struggled maybe financially, or you've seen some highs and lows in your business. You have the Coffin card here, you have the Ring, and you have the Feather. So this is my Aquarian energy, or the age of Aquarius. But I am getting here that because there's been maybe some bad investments, some people may have, what did I just say? Mummified. It almost looks like that in the Eight of Cups. Some of you, this definitely has to do with career or money or finances, where it's like something ended here, or you went through some financial challenges, and it may feel like you kept spinning around in circles. Like, I want a new beginning. When's the time going to come here? I've invested so much. I put my blood, sweat, and tears into putting a million different applications or resumes out there. I've went to a bunch. I've been rejected. And then you start to get a little bit defeated, right? Then you start to kind of lack belief that the sun is right here. But for those of you where there was some sort of an ending in your career, or some sort of possibly even you've had to dip into savings. I am getting that for a lot of you. Like, I have to dip into savings, or I have to, I'm meeting a deadline, like crunch time is coming in here. We have the Ring. There's a commitment coming in. This has to do with that sun energy as well. This could be a new business contact, or contract for that matter. This can be long-term investments, some sort of partnership coming in here. You're going to be working together, and it's going to bring a lot more fulfillment because you decided to take a leap of faith, because you decided to trust your better judgment, but trust your intuition here, and to separate from some sort of maybe emotional distress, turmoil. It could be anything that held you in this restriction energy. It could even be that lack of belief, right? That lack of emotion, because that can be part of our belief. As we start to lose confidence, we start to feel like things aren't being put out there. Like, universe, I've been praying, I've been asking for a miracle. Where's it at? But I see here that there's definitely some new fulfilling opportunities coming in when it comes to career. And you have the feather, divine intervention. I mean, when you have the Fool and the Sun card, this is new beginnings written all over it. So even if you've been doing something for quite some time and this is your business, you're an entrepreneur, you could be branching off in a new direction. This can also be an ascension in your own frequency that changes the game. Even if it's not quite showing up on the physical, in the physical realm, it could just, again, be a shift in consciousness from lack of mentality or scarcity or poverty consciousness to abundance, to flow, to realizing that money is an energy, and taking a look at that relationship, hence the rings, that relationship that connect the two. When this feather shows up, it's about travel. I mean, you're getting travel all over your reading here. So some of you, that is significant. This is about divine intervention. This can be air related. And some of you, there's easy money coming in for you. There could be some sort of compensation. I'm just going to say that here. If there's a back pay, or if you've been waiting for money to come in, perhaps this is a legal situation, or again, you're owed money in some way, shape, or form. That could be the announcement or message or communication that's showing up. Okay, I do feel that for some of you. All right, let's look at love. Let's look at love here. You had an extra card that came out with love, and the extra card is past life relationship. So of course, this can be romance here, but love can show up in all different facets of our life. It can be family, it can be children, it can be friendship. So please take it as it resonates for you, Aries. Past life connection. It says you have known each other before. I am getting here, I'm married. I just heard I'm married. So yes, some of you could be married, but you want a new beginning because something has become stagnant, right? It's become a little bit cold, or you feel like one of you or both of you haven't been putting enough energy into this relationship to sustain it. Therefore, you come to a crossroads, and maybe you're saying, is it time to separate? But I don't really want to separate, or is that in my highest good, or is this just course for the par for the course, right? But I feel if you are wanting to stay in this union or this connection, you're going to have to put work into it here to have this new beginning. And it can bring about a lot of happiness. Maybe some of you need to travel. Some of you could benefit from going on more adventures or really learning how to communicate with each other. Okay. For those of you, if you have been having a difficult time in a relationship, it could be because it's karmic. Maybe this is a situation where you've been kind of going back and forth. Some of you, this could be it could be someone that's mirrored your energy, right? It could be definitely a situation that's been traumatic at times, or there could be someone that does deal with maybe some PTSD or some trauma, and that could be affecting the relationship. But I feel like you've learned a heck of a lot. There we have the education. Some of you, this person could be at a distance. This could be long distance, or maybe they travel a lot for work, and you're wondering, is it best to separate because they're not even home anyway? So I do see a lot of you riding that fence when it comes to love. Now, for those of you that are looking for love, we do have here worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. You could meet someone at a course of education, at some sort of workshop, seminar, maybe at an establishment here, or even some travels, because we have so much air energy with adventure and with travel. I also see here retreats showing up, and then give your relationship a chance. Okay, so some of you may be questioning, do I give this situation a chance? Of course, you're going to know in your heart of hearts if it's worth investing. And that's what the Seven of Pentacles is all about, right? Some of you are saying, I've put so much into this. I've been together with this person for 7 years. I've been with them for 17 years, right? Or even, 7 months can be a long time for some of you as well. But I feel like you are really questioning, but some of you just need to go on a retreat, whether it's solo just to clear your head, or it's with this person here. It says it's time to disconnect, and it's time to kind of get maybe out in nature with the adventure. And I feel like that could bring some enlightenment moments here, that could bring about clarity in communication, especially if you have been over analyzing or overthinking things to the max. Yeah, give your relationship a chance, and worth waiting for here as well. For some of you who've been single for quite some time, you're like, Melissa, how long do I need to wait? I've been waiting forever. Well, remember what we said about hope? Remember what we said about not focusing on that scarcity or that lack of mentality. That's never going to happen. I've been separated or I've been single for so long. Love's never going to find me. Well, I mean, if that's what you believe, but sometimes destiny intervenes to say, you know, even though you weren't expecting it at this time, you're meant to have this experience. And some of you, part of that experience was being single for quite some time as well. And some of you think that, you know, the Prince Charming or Princess, you know, Charming is going to just show up on your doorstep. I mean, it could happen, but I feel like a lot of you, it has to do with maybe getting out of your comfort zone here as well. This can be online dating as well for some of you with the education, and we have online energy here. So you could meet someone online, maybe at a distance, maybe someone works in travel or real estate. And then we have here from your soul's truth. Are you on the right path? A lot of you are asking yourself that. Am I on the right path? Because sometimes we second guess what we're doing. We lose trust in the process, right? And we mentioned that. We can lose a little bit of trust here if things start to feel stagnant, or we've been putting so much energy into the shadows or into a situation and we don't see the results that we want. We start to question, am I even on the right path at all? Know this, Aries. You are on the right path. Keep going. Keep believing, right? It's like that Journey song. I think, is it Journey? Don't stop believing. No, don't stop believing, because your soul made a contract, right? Your soul made a contract that you're currently fulfilling in every area of your life. Even if you can't see it, that doesn't mean it's not real. What's real is what you're being shown here. You have this joy, this abundance, this happiness. I am getting that a lot of you, because you don't see it manifesting yet, you're starting to lose that faith. Don't stop believing, right? It's right around here, the corner. It's actually in your energy. We see it in the energy here, but you have free will. That's why tarot helps, because it can say, based on where you are currently at, if you make some of these shifts and some of these changes, this is the outcome, right? If we don't like the outcome, how can we change it? That's why I read intuitively as well. So it says here, today's soul action. Today's search for all the ways you are aligned with your soul's purpose. The signs will appear. Let this newfound trust fuel your next steps. So what do we need to do? Trust, Fool card. Take a leap of faith, because there is definitely a new beginning coming in here for you. All right, we have, oh, look at that. You have, what risk can I take today? Hello, Fool energy, right? Be not mistaken, Aries. You will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. There's the path. Literally, the Eight of Pentacles is a path. It's a spiritual journey. So you have to separate yourself from the old you, the old paradigm, the old belief system. And it's time for you to take a leap of faith, right? You will have to take the big scary leap, but don't fret, because why? This literally is what it says. You can't make it up, because your soul has wings. Look at this Fool. She has wings. Male or female does not matter. Your soul action. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision. There's the Two of Swords. Make a decision and do it. Didn't we say that Nike slogan? Just do it, right? Make a decision and do it here, Aries. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you are really made of. Oh, I love synchronicities. And lastly here, we have name all the things you love. I want you to close your eyes here for a moment, Aries. Take a nice deep breath in from that solar plexus. And I want you to name all the things you love, either out loud or in your mind's eye. Are you one of them? For those of you that just said, I love myself, right? I love me. I love my soul. I love this experience that my soul is having in this human form. For those of you that said me, right? Raise your hand, drop it in the comment. I'd love to hear it. But if you didn't list yourself, I want you to say, I give myself all the love and attention I need. For those of you that want to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of each month, I want you to drop that affirmation. There's something so very powerful about seeing it in the physical and about writing it down, even if it's on, in the comment section. I want you to write down, I give myself all the love and attention I need, right? Or just write, I love myself, okay? Because that's showing up here in a very important way. And then lastly here, you do have Milk and Honey, card 51. And we're going to just read the overall message here for you, 51. Again, some of you could be 51 years old, or that could be a significant age for you, maybe 6 as well. This is about the taste of prosperity. This is opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your inner needs will be met. And the message for you is this. You've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude and feels more languid than ambitious when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. Aries, don't ever forget that. Abundance is an energy that you are very much a part of. So for those of you that struggle with that poverty conscious mindset, scarcity, lack of, not having enough, that is what causes a separation. That's what causes that maybe disillusionment. That is what is blocking you from your soul's happiness. So it says here, all your needs are being met. You are given the gift of nourishment in every form possible. Beautiful. So I definitely feel like a lot of you you're getting a sweet taste of this success, even though it's been a long time coming, or even if some of you thought that you couldn't quite manifest this. I feel if you can make some big changes, again, if you are brave enough and courageous enough, as it says, to take this leap of faith, to make a choice not to look back or to stay in the old frequency, because if you're trying to manifest from an old frequency, or maybe the current one, you're going to get the same results, right? There needs to be a shift in energy here. And Spirit is saying one last card, okay? All right, we're going to get one last card here from the Work Your Light deck. Okay, ooh, thank you, Spirit. And for those of you interested in any of the decks used during the reading, I always link or list all of them in the description box below. Wow. You have here, Aries, you're already doing it. Stop overthinking. Keep facing your true north. Keep facing your true north. 3303. Some of you could be seeing 333. There could be changes in soul tribe. Okay. Some of you 333 could be significant. It could be a house number, a license plate. This is about creativity, harmony, union, advancement, and keep facing your true north. That kind of goes hand in hand with, are you on the right path? You absolutely are. And they're giving me this song. Wow. I haven't heard this song in a long time. Where, oh, where has my baby gone? The Lord took her away from me. Okay, so some of you could be widowed. For others of you, that song could be symbolic. I don't know. Gosh, who is that singer? Where, oh, where has my baby gone? Okay, I haven't heard that in so long. So maybe some of you hear that on the radio. Some of you could be single and you're like, where, oh, where is my baby, right? Where have they gone? They should be here by now. I feel like this could also be pertaining to maybe children, maybe soul tribe. Maybe some of you are traveling to see children, or you may even hear news of someone having a child, right? Because we see children energy twice here with the Fool, and the Sun energy can be representative of children. And then lastly here, Aries, you have Sisterhood of the Rose. We have Beauty and Devotion. We have Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. A lot of you are teachers. I would say a big majority of you Aries that are connecting to this channel, you are some sort of mystic or light worker, teacher, priestess. I mean, some of you, you are devoting yourself to mankind, to humanity in some way, shape, or form. And this could even be, they're giving me sisterhood, or that's what it says here, but I just heard the words motherhood or even fatherhood. That could be a big part of your purpose as well, is helping your offspring, even if they're older and grown, right? It's helping them create history in the making, right? For some of you, that is a big mission, a big purpose. So that is what I have for you, Aries. I hope that resonates. I hope that you enjoyed the cards being shuffled here, or not so much shuffled, but pulled on camera. A lot of people were not happy in the comments, hence why I pulled them ahead here, or not ahead this time. But if you resonate with the reading, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. It helps the algorithm. It helps the channel's growth. And if you would like notifications and would like to subscribe, I would appreciate you being here if this resonates. Thank you again so very much. And do drop in the comment section below, right? Drop what we said here around the affirmations. I give myself all the love and attention I need. I love myself. Thank you so much, Aries, for being here. Lots of love.